Hello? 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 Oh, hello? 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 Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
Joyce.
Yeah.
It's just you and me, I think. It's Kendra. So they haven't. So this is the link that Gary just sent out, but
Yeah, I know. This is a link and it looks like we have people are trying to get in, but I don't know what's wrong. It's almost ready to start. There we are, maybe,
oh, there we go. Yeah, I
hopefully.
got it.
We can't hear you.
Morning, Joyce. Morning, Jack.
Good morning. Well, now we can hear.
Yeah, I can see. We can hear. They can't hear us, or we can't hear them.
Oh, yeah, okay. We can, we'll just
We'll have to have
our
our own meeting.
own meeting. All right. How are you feeling?
Fine. Just a deep cold. Hi, Scott. Oh, bye, Scott.
There's no video.
Here you are. Jim, how are you? Kendra, can't see you guys. Hi, Rochelle.
Count yourself lucky. You don't want to see me right now.
Aw.
Because she has the kitty.
Oh, hi, kitties.
I don't even know what she means by that. I don't know. Oh, the kids. I have the kids. Yes.
Okay. All right. Pledge of Allegiance. I'll text Gary.
I can't. I think it's
It's on sound.
down at the paint store. Open.
Turn right on Avenue Northeast.
Oh, Jim, where are you going?
Turn right into the parking lot.
Doesn't do it.
We can't hear you guys. All we hear is funny. I can't tell who else is there. I texted Gary.
Difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make.
Now we
Nice, that's a good one. And you can put that one on the Facebook page?
Yep,
That's a really good one, thank you.
it's already up.
Can y'all hear now?
She said she can't hear us.
Right,
Yeah, we heard.
yes, they can hear us now, thank
Yes.
you.
Gary, I want to give you a finger.
Zoomers is a full-fledged Rotarian right there. Good job. That's awesome. Okay, good morning, Zoomers.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. So I know you couldn't hear us, but we did our flag. We did our inspirational quote. It was a really good one. So look for that on our Facebook page today. Please like it and share it. It would be amazing. Do we have any guests today? We have one. She's making a call, and you'll meet her or hear from her in just a bit. She's awesome. Birthdays. Okay, so we have, where's my list? We don't have any Rotarians with a birthday from today through next Thursday, February 11 to 17. Spouse birthdays, Nancy O'Brien, one of our major favorites, February 14th. Al Shaheen, Jackie's husband, is February 17th. We have some join date anniversaries with Mr. Kyle Strand, 1 year on February 11. Is that today?
Yeah.
Today!
Whoa.
What?
I think my son turns 2 days, so it's easy to remember.
Oh, he does? Oh, that's awesome.
Set up the spanking machine.
Yes, that's fine.
So do you, if too bad it's not your birthday, but you could do your son's, we celebrate that with a spanking machine today.
Yeah, we could.
Be short. Dawn Iverson, anniversary today, Rotary anniversary for 3 years. Oh, good morning, Brian. Thank you for coming. On February 13th. And, okay, so announcements. I've got a couple things here. Okay, so this is super exciting. Amy Lewandowski brought us this idea about a blood drive, right? We've also had a couple presentations on blood drives. So she's done a ton of research. She's put a whole packet of presentation together for the board. We talked about it last night and we think it's awesome. So we're going to be doing the first that I know of Rotary blood drive coming soon. We need to, Brian's in charge because he's our community services chair. So we just need to get with them, come up with a date, but we're going to need volunteers because it's a 6 to 7 hour event. We need 2 people per hour. All you do is check people in and eat cookies. How hard is that? But we're going to need manpower. Is there anybody here that is interested in volunteering for the blood drive? Okay.
Has the date been determined?
The date's not determined. So it's just kind of a fluid interest of who has interest in it. Okay, let's do the Zoomers. So Lance, Tracy.
I'd be.
Pardon? Is that, who was that? Kendra?
Yeah, I was Kendra.
Okay, awesome. Kendra. Okay, so I got you Lance, I got you Jack and Tracy and Kendra. Oh, Scott. Awesome. Okay, and then who in the room? James, Vallow, Connor, and homeowner.
This is likely a day during the week or the weekend.
So what they were throwing around was with the, was Thursdays is when they have it, but we just need to talk to the blood people to see when their schedule, because we have to fit into their schedule, because they do a lot of events. So if you can't make it because you're at school, we get it.
But like in the afternoon, Thursday is
Okay.
wide open after 3 o'clock.
So what we're thinking is we'll do a 2-month ahead of time notice. So because we all have schedules, right? So we can fit it in. And if you need to pencil out, time block your schedule or take time off or whatever it is, if you want help. Christopher, you have your hand up for an hour? Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so we were a little worried last night that we weren't going to have manpower to run this event. And it is something that they want us to commit to quarterly. And obviously, with just this response this morning, and this isn't even our full club, we've got plenty of people interested in doing this awesome event. So we'll do one and then see how it goes. And then I would love to commit to doing quarterly. And Brian can talk on this too, because there's huge shortage.
Where are we gonna host?
So that is a question that we were going to bring up to the school district to see if.
I figured that.
Yes. So we have 2 options because there's 2 options. We love this space. This is really the best space. It's the most comfortable. People will relax here. It's warm. It's all the things. I think it's better than the mill. We were talking about the mill last night too. But we weren't sure if the school district, if it was would be open on that day. If you guys wanted to partner with us and comp the space for us for the day, so maybe talk to your boss
I have 5 bosses, but
Oh, you do?
I'll definitely look into it. So we're a couple months ahead of time, so probably May is what we're looking at?
Yes,
Somewhere in
yes.
May? Okay.
Yes. And I guess, and so all we need are chairs and a few tables.
Yeah.
And then the blood people bring the rest of the stuff, we think, but we're still getting those details. And so this really is our best option. And everybody knows where it is, and it's fabulous, big open space.
How many square feet is this building?
A bunch.
We've had vaccination claims in here and went real slick, so.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Okay, so we're super excited about that. So that's coming soon. That was a cool new thing that we went over at the board meeting last night. And then also a reminder, we tomorrow at 9 a.m. meet in the high school parking lot. Interact is doing a road cleanup. So that's super exciting. They had 24 students at the meeting last week, which is huge because when we started this, I think we had what, 4 to 7 every week, and it would flow depending on how much pizza we brought. And now Christina and the students have done a great job getting it up to 24. That's huge. Okay, April 2nd is still the day that we're going to do our sidewalk install over at Highland. I could call them stickers. The images that we're going to torch down to the pavement have been designed. Right now, it's spinning through the committee with some color adjustments and size adjustments, but we've paid for them. We're getting final approvals, and then they'll be on their way here. So April 2nd is when we'll be torching the school. We do, again, I know it.
Yeah, you had to send.
Oh, you did?
I'll come back to it later.
Okay.
It was about the blood drive, but I can just talk to you later.
Okay, thank you. Another reminder, I keep harping on this. We do have the district conference coming up in May, 13, 14, 15 at Semiahmoo. I have an awesome list of people going. So please, I'm encouraging you to attend. Jim, Chris, me, Dawn, Lori, Amy and her husband, Gary, Lance is who I have on my list right now. So it's going to, James, are you on the list?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay, sorry, I didn't add you on here.
I'm not driving the bus though.
And Angie's coming too?
She'll be there Saturday.
Okay, awesome. So, and James and Angie. So that's a fun list, right? That's going to be a fun time. There's a lot of learning, a lot of networking. One of my favorite things of all the events I've ever been to with district, with Rotary, is meeting the people. Because there's really good, smart, amazing people, enthusiastic, just incredible contacts that you'll make. And whether you keep them or you don't, you always learn and you can bring it back to our club and to your life. That's my favorite part of the events. And then Friday night is the foundation dinner that's at the same time. So you can register for that. I think it's $75 or not. This foundation dinner, we've gone all the years except for COVID. That's a really good event too, because there's always a great speaker. They usually do a silent auction, and you see what other clubs are doing because they're handing out awards. And so it gives us great ideas of what can be achieved. Usually we get the another banner, I forget what we get it for, but another banner that we bring back every year. So that's a really cool event. So it's $75. And if you register, awesome, we'll go to the dinner. If not, you can go to the beach, go to the bar, have dinner with the rest of the club, whatever you want to do. James?
You can attend the foundation dinner separate from the overall weekend.
Yes, you can, for sure. You can definitely drive up and do that and stay and have fun and enjoy. Okay, then also, I did touch on this. We do give out, our annual checks in June. That, in the past, we've been donating to kind of the same groups and things in town. We would love to change that up. We have an application on our website that I would love everybody to share with anyone that you know in town that's doing a project that benefits the community or another nonprofit. Simple application, and then we'll just go over them before we write the checks. So just wanted to throw that out again. Okay, that's the end of that. Past President, Mr. Past President, do you have anything?
No. Well, yes, I do. Not necessarily Rotary related, but I just want to thank everybody for getting out and supporting the levy, and we passed both. Keep, our educational programs and operations levy and our capital levy, which is for technology. So that's a huge huge relief,
Good.
and well-needed funding for our students, who are the direct beneficiaries of the money. So thank you so much.
And so what was interesting to me about that were the other cities that it didn't pass around us.
Yeah.
Because that's a question I get from clients is school district information. And to me, that says a lot about
Yeah, specifically
Support.
Marysville, Sultan.
Granite.
Granite.
Snohomish.
Snohomish is passing now.
Oh, it is passing now? Okay, good. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Miss Lori Westover. Oh, one more thing. We are looking for starting in July, a new treasurer. We have a retirement in our midst. So we're gonna need a new treasurer, and Miss Eileen is coming off as PR. So, because she's transferring clubs to Everett. So we're sorry to lose her. But work calls, duty calls in Everett. But I have been told that she's gonna be here for our events and willing to help as she can. So she's gonna be Rotarian at large and just still have fun with us. So PR person, treasurer, if you're thinking about it. And then we also would love to have somebody that would come at 7 o'clock on Friday mornings and help set up. Because we do have some people that come, but it's the same people every time. And we'd love to have somebody that was a little more, that can also, a little Sagittarian. Sorry, we'd love to have somebody else or somebody's else that come at 7 on Friday. So we're looking for another room setup person, Mr. Ruiz. Okay, and that was a hijack. Lori, did you have a?
We are in good standing with our checking accounts, our investments. They were down a little bit at the end of last month, but with the stock market changing, but recovering okay. And just keep, I've still got a few blanks for people to pay their dues. So let me know when you're ready to do that.
Yeah, you don't want the hammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Guido.
Guido, yeah.
Guido. Yeah, that sounds great. Gary, secretary.
Next board meeting is Thursday, March the 10th. We had a good meeting last night and well attended. Rotary International did a survey on with their members on the issue of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and had 31,000 respondents, including me, on the survey. The report has been released and acknowledged that respondents had a strong desire to make Rotary's culture more diverse, equitable, and inclusive. And I'm sure it's on the RI website if you want to take a look, or if you want to let me know, I can send you what they sent me. And it's good stuff. So, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, next up, Chris Ballo, president-elect.
Yeah, so training seems to be going well. Of course, I think we all know that we're back to showing. His training's going well.
Zimmers, can you hear? Zimmers, can you hear Chris?
Can you
Okay,
hear me?
good. Awesome.
Okay, good.
Yep, awesome.
Jack, I'll call you later. So anyhow.
What are you going to call him?
I don't know. Yeah, training's going pretty good. It's going back to Zoom. And as Rochelle said, we're looking for new players in the club, for different positions, things of that sort. So let me know or let Rochelle know if you're interested in anything. Otherwise, some of us will be reaching out to some others and asking for a helping hand in different positions. And I think that probably covers everything. One thing I'd like to kind of push is a little bit, we're kind of transitioning, Rochelle and I and Dwayne Rhodes and those kind of things. So we're trying to work through a smooth transition. I think it'll be just great. One thing it would be kind of nice if we could maybe have some kind of a process or a learning thing on how to get into the club runner and look at the calendar and events. And I'd really like to have that out there for the next 18 months or whatever, to put everything out there so someone can dial in and go, hey, look, in October we're doing that, or January we're doing that. So that's kind of a cool thing. So If you have any questions, let me know. That's it.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, next up is Community Services, Mr. Ruiz. You have an update on the BMX committee.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna email everybody and then get together. I actually am meeting this weekend with the Bigfoot BMX. They're the ones that run the Callum Park that odds are is gonna shut down. So, so to talk about, will they run this if we can get it going? So they'll do with their running committee on that and figure out certain need about it.
That's so exciting, awesome.
The food bank reached out to me just to tell everybody and help get the word out that they're having a bake sale at Norm's today and tomorrow. So you can bring items to donate if you want, or donate or buy. That's what's going on.
I think you can do card or cash there, correct? Yes. Or they have a dip jar?
You can pay $5 for a cookie or $100 for whatever you want to donate.
Well,
Usually no price.
they are worth $100.
Worth more than $100.
I know who makes
Are
them.
they different based on the price?
It makes you feel bad.
Yeah. It feeds your heart and your tummy.
Maybe the $100 is the cannabis.
Well, there's magic cookies for $200.
We are looking for one person to buy a cookie for about $500,000, and I think we have a food bank bill. So-
Yeah, that'd be-
When you go there this weekend.
And we're making note of who goes for the brownies.
It's 10 to 6.
10 to 6
Friday and Saturday.
at Norm's. Okay, so, and I think, yeah, so Debbie Daughtry makes cookies for that event, and she's an amazing cookie baker.
And she does that with coffee with it.
And her toffee that is coveted by the community. Okay, awesome. Okay, next up, Tracy, do you have anything for international today?
I do not have anything to support.
Okay, Ron Rasmussen, membership.
Yeah, the board last night approved Linda Rouse's application. She went through the rigorous process of board approval, so
Which is this?
welcome to Linda and member of our club. That's all I got.
So I'm super excited about Linda. A couple weeks ago when I said, hey, come to breakfast if you have time, which today too, if you're available after the meeting, please meet us at the Buzz and we'll do fun and informal breakfast. Linda came and she is very interesting. She is going to be a fabulous new member and she has a boat. She has a pontoon boat. So just like Ron and Marcus, so we may be able to do a train of Viking ships. Right? So, which would be super awesome. So yeah, Linda's going to be an amazing new member, and I don't see her on the Zoom today. But yeah, so we'll definitely do a new member orientation on that for her. Okay, next up, Lance. Mr. Morehouse, good morning. You're up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I got a few things, so I'll yell. What's that?
Oh, we can hear you.
Oh, I can hear myself echoing. That's what's going on. Okay.
There's an echo.
Few things, just to run through vocational committee. If you're on the current committee, you received an email from me. Thank you, James, for catching that I didn't put the date in there. But I sent another email clarifying we're going to meet this Thursday at Sherwood, and I can do hybrid from that location if we need it, but let me know if you can come. And then any other members of the club that would like to be a part of the vocational committee and help coordinate our scholarships this year, let me know and I will add you to the list so that you'll get those updates going forward. Biggest thing, time crunch that we're under is getting our application updated for this year and getting it out to students so that they can start applying. Yale is another big thing that's coming up, June 17th to 19th. If you don't know what Yale is, it stands for Youth Adventures in Leadership. And it's an opportunity for students 15 to 17 years old to attend a weekend workshop on leadership in Surrey, BC. And it looks like they're gonna do it in person this year. So I know Kristen shared this with the Interact group. We have it in the budget to sponsor 2 students to go. And I'm just excited about that and looking forward to seeing if we get some interest. So I can share that flyer with the club. Gary, when you send it out, did you send it to the whole club?
I can.
That was,
I
yeah,
can too, but I wondered if you already did. Did you just send it
No,
to
I
me?
haven't done it yet, but it is in the Peace Art Journal as well.
So I'll share it with the club. If you know any students locally, 15 to 17, that would like to go and be a part of this, that would be great. Thank you.
awesome, thank you. And I can attest for Yale, I've been, it's amazing. It's amazing programs. You know, any youth in age group that would be interested in attending, we'd love to talk to them. Okay, so scouting, Mr. Dallo, anything?
Nothing really. They are gearing up for the summertime activities, which they believe will be like in-person kind of activities. So the council is working on promoting things of that sort. So they've got a lot of different dates on the calendar. They're trying to get people to Fire Mountain, do different things of that sort, and they're all jazzed up about that. They seem to keep growing, at least the girls' part. Second thing is I get with Kendra, and maybe they can come and do a little what they've been doing, kind of a presentation.
That'd be super awesome. James?
As a member of the troop committee, I can supplement that. Our girls are going to be participating in a food drive to support our food bank.
That's awesome.
We'll get you details on that.
That's really great. Thank you. Okay, Kendra, anything on programs?
Nothing new to report, but yeah, I'll email you, Chris. That was Chris that was talking about the Boy Scouts, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll email you.
Okay, good.
Awesome. And
Thanks. I didn't know you were on, but awesome, good.
And I,
Kendra, it says Kendra, yes.
that's Kendra.
Yeah, I got it. Awesome, thanks.
Kendra.
Can't see her though.
Okay, Mr. Martin, IT czar.
I heard from my boss that we're trying to fix these overhead speakers. That'd be good to get those back, but that's about it.
Anything on the clock?
I actually do have something on the clock.
What's up with the clock?
So next week, well,
Did it quit?
we know, as you can see right below the clock, we have new fire alarm strobes and alarm system in our ESC. They're somehow connected to the clocks. So we're gonna decouple those. We gotta get a new control panel in our panel right across the hallway here. And then once that happens, we'll have clocks that will not be tied to our alarm system. So-
Well, the levy passed.
What's that?
The levy passed, so now you can get the panel.
Yeah, gotta have some money first.
Yeah, like we're good to go. We need that clock. That should have been your whole platform.
By the flag and ring the bell for changing classes.
I could turn the strobe light on for you, we could disco, but,
No,
I'm
Ken,
down
we're
for
not,
that.
the district isn't installing a new control panel just to get the clock working.
no.
Okay.
Yes.
The new control panel is part of the project, but it's, like everything else, it's back ordered, sitting on a container ship somewhere off the coast of Long Beach, California, probably.
Mhm. James,
Does anybody really know what time it is?
I do.
Does anybody
7:56. So we've got actually, I need to quit talking. Okay, so, Eileen, anything with PR?
I have scheduled posts for the rest of the month.
Oh, awesome.
Including Rotarians in Action, and then the continuation of Black History Month, Valentine's Day. So those are all scheduled.
Awesome, love it.
So,
Thank you so much.
Of course.
When are you?
I don't know. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep coming until I get the word, if that's okay with everybody.
So if you never get the word,
Then, yeah.
Gary,
I know.
call Everett.
Don't
It's a
give her the
process.
word.
Yeah, call Everett, Gary.
If that's okay, I'm happy to continue my duties until
Awesome.
I get the okay.
We'd love it. We would love it. Thank you. That's cool. Okay, Kyle is not here. Rotarians in Action. Gary or Chris, do you want to do a quick update? Is there anything Rotarians in Action?
No, they're just putting together their planning event.
Blood drive.
And, calendar. And they were one of the ones along with Amy that were interested in the blood drive.
Yep. Okay. Awesome. All right. So now we're heading into Drawing Finds Happy Bucks. And James, would you like to do it for us today? Be our Sergeant of Arms. We have a Sergeant of Arms, but he's always busy.
All righty. I have our guest speaker, hold on. I'll take it out of this bucket here. Yeah. And go ahead and read the last three numbers on that ticket there. Did you guys buy some?
174.
174.
That's me.
Lori, congratulations.
Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.
I won last week.
Well, not this week.
You know. It's the first time in 13 years of coming over.
All right.
Oh, again.
All right. Start with Happy Bucks here. Actually, I'm gonna start with fines because I have to find myself. I couldn't find my badge this morning. I held it for the last couple of years. Anybody
Is it
else
one of
want
these?
to pin their badge? Okay, there we go. Anybody at our meeting not wearing their pin or badge? Okay. Not all standing up at once. All right, Happy Bucks. Who's happy today?
I'm happy.
It's Friday.
It's Friday, he says, all right?
I'm happy. I'm happy that we have such a supportive community for our road, or for our levy, sorry, for our levy. I'm a little tired today. And just that, one of my messages was, we have a strong community because we have strong schools. We have strong schools because we have a strong community. And that message resonated, I think, and again, proved true. Also, part of my 5 Happy Bucks is my wife got home from a 10-day vacation in Hawaii last night at midnight and woke me up. So I'm happy that she had a good time.
Why weren't you
10 days.
accompanying her?
Because I was here working.
Levy time,
All right,
big time. Am I fine? No, we're happy.
happy.
So 10 Happy Bucks, it's Friday, 10 Happy Bucks for the new Lake Stevens app. Have you guys seen that? It's on Facebook. Michael Beeson is the developer. He's done a fabulous job putting it together. And really, it's going to be a resource for people to go like, hey, who are the restaurants in town? And what are my favorite ones? And all the, restaurants, all the services. He's going to be adding community service opportunities and information about our Rotary meetings and other clubs in town meetings. I've been working with him to get all the clubs on there and all the things. So it's really cool. It's in your App Store, Android and iPhone, Lake Stevens app, I think it's called. So
That's what it's called.
yeah, my 10 bucks go there. And he did,
Rochelle, he's actually, I'm talking to him to come speak at a meeting too, so we'll get more information about it.
yes, you are, which is super, that's gonna be super fascinating because he's a cool guy and he's just community oriented and he saw a need and he's put this thing together and it's cool. It's really well
Awesome.
done.
Awesome. Anybody in our online community who have any Happy Bucks?
I see some.
I have a happy buck that I am recovering from COVID. So it's not been awful, but it's not been fun either. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy.
Lance?
And I sent in 15 Happy Bucks. Stay tuned. The Sherwood Gala is, which is the replacement for Wine and Dine, is on March 18th. Unfortunately, because of the environment, we decided to go virtual again this year, but stay tuned for information on that. We'll get it out to you guys.
All right. Great. Anybody else?
That's a fun event.
All right, let's go back in here. Mr. Chief.
Got a couple, Happy Bucks got a couple things. Today I'm going to initiate the process of getting rid of these things. So I have an appointment for my Lasix.
Cool.
Do that.
Today?
Today, after this meeting, I'm heading that way, not to get surgery, but to go in the process. So one thing that nobody's talking is I hate process. And then super excited for some really good friends of mine. I was able to steer them in the right direction to a super rock star real estate agent who helped them get a house. So thank you very much.
Anybody we know?
Might know.
Warren.
It's Friday and I'm happy about that, but I'm also happy about the fact that spring is just around the corner and the weather is getting better. And earlier this week, I was able to get out into my yard and do some yard work, and I cleaned up one of my many flower beds. So
Awesome.
spring is really on the way.
Might have a rotary project and clean the rest of them up.
That's awesome.
All right, thank you.
Friday, thank God it's here. There's so many things that I'd like to do for the weekend.
All right.
That's it for me.
$5 my granddaughter, my number 4 granddaughter, made the dean's list with a 4.0 GPA at
Rock on, girls.
Wow.
That's awesome.
President-elect.
I'm happy that we have a great club, we have a great school district, and everybody's working together. And I'm taking my kids and grandkids to the hockey game on Saturday night.
All right, Rebecca.
So
I
fun.
went to a fight one time when a hockey game broke out.
Anybody else?
I'm happy our daughter, I think I let you know a couple months ago, got accepted to University of Montana, got a scholarship since then. And we just registered for housing. Very shortly, I'll be kicking her out.
Wasn't she in kindergarten yesterday?
Pretty much, yeah.
Awesome.
I'll do a happy 5. I've
Okay.
already turned it in to Lori. Just, I'm happy it's Friday and, you know, I really have enjoyed being part of this club and you guys are amazing and I'm kind of bummed, but you know.
Well, the nice thing is you can do makeup soon.
Well, and it's like I live like right over there.
I know.
Like I'm Ron's neighbor, so.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right there. And you're always welcome, and you're always gonna be a member of our club. Just because it says Everett doesn't mean anything.
I'm happy I unofficially got the job as the jumping coach at the high school track team.
Oh, congratulations.
So
That's awesome.
I'll be doing that this spring.
Cool. All right.
Wow.
All right, we're ready to, the spring is on its way. I've gone outside a couple of times and heard birds singing. I was like, oh, there's hope. The bulbs are starting to stick their heads up. Yeah.
Your dad's got a couple beds left.
Yeah, I've got a lot of mine.
All right. And I'm happy it's Friday. I'm excited for my new job, and there we go.
Awesome. Brian, did they do you?
No, I need to, I'm Venmo.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm Venmo 5. I'm just happy it's Friday. My son's, my son works excavation. He was in a hole and the idiots didn't put the
Support.
box down in and caved in on him. And they literally had to dig him out and hook the excavator up to him and pull him up out of it. So I'm happy that he literally, the only thing that happened is his boot got cut up from a steel pole that came right through his boot and up the side of his leg when he was shut down. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy that he's okay. Yeah.
Wow.
You need to get a different job, dude.
I think he's gonna own that company.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. You're up. Mr. Jacobson, would you like to introduce our speaker today?
I certainly can. So this is my wife, Rachel. She's going to be speaking on, well, I will say she's done on her busy day being a manager at Boeing. Take on her duty of being a board member for the Children's Museum. She's going to go on presentation for
You need to log into the,
It's logged into the laptop, because you have a presentation shared here, right?
yeah, but do I need to log on to that so I can share it with them?
Yeah,
Or will
you'd
they
have
just hear
to-
me?
I think they'll just have to hear.
Okay. Okay, move this over here. All right.
Sorry, Zoomers, we can't share the presentation through Zoom, so you're gonna have to just
Unless
listen.
you want me to log on.
I mean, unless, you said the file was pretty big though, right?
The file's really big, because it has videos in it. I mean, I can try to send it to you. Or do you want me to just go?
I guess I could put the camera to the,
Okay, yeah, there we go. Because I think you can hear me.
They don't need to see us.
Yeah, all right.
I have those every now and then.
Yeah. You still have it
That's my one very
Okay.
How does that look on that?
Oh yeah, they can see it. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, so what I'm gonna share with you today is, the expansion project for the Imagine Children's Museum. I don't know if you've driven by recently, but the museum looks a little different, and that's what I wanted to bring in. First, I'll kind of share how I got involved. So like Chris said, I'm a senior manager at Boeing, and previous to Boeing, I was a social worker, and I worked with children and families, and I was actually raised by 2 school teachers. So I have a lot of love for children and families and education. And one of the things Boeing likes senior managers or executives to do is to sit on boards of directors where they give. And Boeing gives a lot of money to the museum, and I'll kind of get into that. A lot of it is focused on their STEM education. But if you've ever been to the museum, there's an actual airplane exhibit, and Boeing, like a bunch of engineers came in and did that. So it's pretty kind of a cool project. So this is a really unique resource for the community if you haven't been. When you think about raising kids in Seattle, there's zoos, there's the aquarium, there's the science center. In Everett, this is pretty much what we have. The facility, the original facility was built for like 60,000 people coming through in a year. And before COVID, we had 260,000 people that we served. So hence the expansion project. What I love about, what got me really excited about being on the board is they really focus on removing barriers. So actually 29% of patrons pay the full rate. Everybody else is free or reduced. And that allows us to get to children and families that are the most marginalized in the area. And we have a lot of really great free programs that people probably don't realize. You go through this museum and there's all these really cool exhibits and you see kids playing. Well, there's also classroom activity going on to supplement their education. We have programs for grand families. There's a lot of grandparents raising their children to make sure that those kids don't go in foster care. So we have a whole program just for grand families and allows them to get together and share their struggles raising their grandkids. We have a program called Dream Big, and this is for kids whose parents are incarcerated. Those kids are really shunned out of society if your parent is incarcerated. So they actually have programs geared just at that. Then we have things like iEngineer. So that's like where little kids can go in and learn what engineering actually is. And there's a whole classroom, and you'll see there's an exhibit that's really focused on that. That's the stuff Boeing gets involved with is all the engineering, the STEM education. So science, engineering, technology, and math. Science Slews is a really fun program that you can sign your kids up for. They have, of course, tons of programs over spring break and summer break and all that to keep kids focused on education, because kids tend to slide back in the summer. So it really helps supplement that. They have a little science lab, which is for toddlers, actually. They have Rad Science, which is for bigger kids. They have a program for sensory time. And so this is what we've done, and this is where the expansion really comes in. What we've done in the past in the original building is just give kids a window from I think it's 10 to 12 on a Sunday, where the kids and caregivers, so it's kids on the spectrum, so autism, Asperger's, and so forth. They really can't function well in a large, loud, noisy environment. And when you have a building that was built to accommodate 60,000 people a year and you're at 260, they can't function. So we actually shut it down and allow just those kids to come in. And it's like the stories you hear about, hey, my kid got to feel like a normal kid for even just for 2 hours. And so it's really a wonderful program. In the expansion, we will have a section dedicated just to them. So they can come whenever. It doesn't have to just be 10 to 12 on a Sunday. We have programs called Museum on the Go. So actually the teaching staff will take programs to kids, to schools, for kids that have a hard time accessing the museum. And one thing we did during COVID, we actually connected with the Lake Stevens Food Bank and other food banks, and we took what we call STEAM bags. So it just was a brown paper bag, and it had projects in there that, you know, when people came to get food, they would get these projects for their kids. And it was always a project that was, and we called it STEAM because it was science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And we rotated between the subjects, and the kids would like start collecting them, which is really cute. And they were projects that they could redo. So you could build something and take it apart and redo it. So it was that was really successful during COVID. And it allowed us to keep our staff on staff with tasks to do, because when we shut down, I mean, we shut completely down during the middle of all of this expansion, and couldn't have patrons coming in the door. So it was just another way to kind of pivot and refocus the staff's energy during that time. Probably my favorite program is what's called Discovery Club. And Discovery Club there's a few elementary schools in the area, so it's like Horizon, Garfield, where the kids that attend those schools are like 70% free and reduced lunch, Title IX, all of that. And we know that a lot of times, based on their test scores, they're very behind in reading. So we have a summer reading program called Discovery Club, where actually board members come and we read to kids, and we help kids. You know, we're just trying to get them to standard. And so many of them are behind standard, and then you go over the summer and then they fall further behind. And we know statistically that if kids don't read by third grade, it's really a struggle from there, because you learn to read till third grade and then you read to learn after that. So third grade is really a pivotal, and there's all sorts of statistics on, you know, graduation rates and things like that. So those are the programs. And then of course I did mention COVID. So I'll talk about this in a second, but I am gonna show you a video on how the museum was still able to help during COVID, because, you know, our kids felt the effects of COVID too, just like we did. And what kids do during stressful times is they play. And one of the things that this museum is focused on, in fact, our mission is play to learn. I mean, that's what we do. We know that kids, when they play, in fact, I have some statistics here. Yeah, so it's the foundation for reading, writing, mathematical reasoning, creativity, critical thinking, and love of learning. It fosters skills like sharing, listening, following directions, cooperating, and conflict resolution. And if kids are missing this and get into the workforce, I see adults that don't know how to resolve conflicts, right? I see it every day. Play nurtures emotional skills like self-control, self-reliance, setting realistic expectations, and resiliency. It builds physical skills, including balance, high-end coordination, flexibility, and agility, and it inspires a happy, productive life. So all of our curriculum, everything is centered around play, so kids just come have fun. They just think they're playing, and really they're learning quite a bit. Okay, so this is a rendering of what the building will look like. This is the old building here, so if you've been there, this was the old part of the building. That's the outdoor play structure, no change, because that is well loved. If we do anything to that, people will have freak out. This was the back of the building. What we did is we kind of, and it was storage, so we sheared that off, and now that's the addition. And you can see the cab of the crane there is on the second floor, so the entrance will be here now. And you can barely see it, but there's people in the cab of that crane. So the crane is now attached. I have a picture of it in real time. And kids can actually go out and look out onto the street in the cab of the crane. So, and that's part of our engineering and building exhibit. I have a video to share with you. Let me just, sorry. I think I have to. There we go.
Imagine the possibilities as you journey through Imagine Children's Museum's expansion project. Our Children's Museum is Puget Sound's premier playful learning place for children and families, school groups, and youth organizations. Our original building, envisioned to serve 60,000 a year, now welcomes over 250,000 visitors annually. This new expansion will ensure we have the capacity to meet the growing demand for affordable, accessible, high-quality experiences that people have come to expect from Imagine. The new expansion will offer hands-on exhibits and programs that inspire kids around to playfully engage in science, technology, engineering, math, art, literacy, and history, the keys to innovation. Our journey begins on the first floor in the Woodlands Adventures Gallery. At its heart is a walk-through tree inspired by the historic Snohomish bicycle tree. Adventures abound, allowing bold explorers to use their imaginations and spirits of adventure to camp, fish, boat, hike, and observe local wildlife. Kids take on the role of veterinarians in the wildlife animal rescue, caring for the animals while working toward the goal of rehabilitation and release back into the wild. A climb from the forest floor leads to new adventures in the Woodlands canopy. Kids use their physical skills to navigate over bridges and through passages high in the treetops. Lookout stations along the way provide observant climbers with chances to spot local wildlife and maybe even Bigfoot. Once on the second floor, in the Puget Sound Ecosystem Gallery, kids become marine ecologists while exploring an intertidal aquarium, watershed table, and real whale bones from great whales that pass through our local waters on their annual migration. Bright engineers use the engineering design process to solve challenges in our engineering gallery. They can test their critical thinking and problem-solving skills while building towers, flying machines, and ever-changing projects. Step outside this gallery into a life-size crane cab high above the streets below to learn what it's like to operate a crane. Become a logistics engineer in Imagine's worldwide distribution gallery. As packages come and go in conveyance systems, kids learn what it takes to get a package from Imagine to anywhere in the world by scanning the packages, selecting destinations, and determining the most efficient mode of transportation. Creativity Central, Imagine's makerspace and art studio, gives every child the freedom to tinker, create, and construct. They'll use real tools and trades to thrive as artists and innovators. Import, Export, Our Port Gallery features Everett's very own international waterport, highlighting the vessels that serve it and the roles they play in moving goods around the world. Interactive stations allow kids to experiment with weight, balance, buoyancy, and loading. Become a tugboat captain, take the helm, and pilot Imagine's 20-foot tugboat. There's more to experience beyond the exhibit gallery. Head upstairs to the auditorium and eating space. Enjoy a cultural performance, a pop-up festival, or a nutritious snack from our grab-and-go counter. The dynamic learning lab programs, along with the hands-on interactive galleries and a broad range of activities throughout this museum, are building essential skills for the next generation workforce and future leaders. Imagine Children's Museum, the first children's museum in Washington State to earn accreditation from the American Alliance of Museums, is a respected pioneer in informal learning. It's a dynamic gathering place, enriching the lives of all children, where inclusion matters and diversity is celebrated. Help ensure that every child can imagine the possibilities. Your investment in Imagine's expansion is an investment in children, the world's most valuable resource.
Okay, and I think I have just a couple of slides here. Okay, so these are the whale bones they were talking about in that exhibit. So this was cool actually for the board members, so we get to learn too, right? There was this whale, I can't remember the name of it, but it died, natural causes. And so we went, and so it was offered to the museum. And so actually, in order to get the bones all clean, they actually take the whale and they go bury it in manure, which breaks down the bones, and then they go clean them all up. And now this whale is going to be like suspended in the museum. And it's so big that we actually had to bring it in the building while the building was being built. And the tugboat you saw, we also had to bring that in. So we're literally building the building itself around the whale and the tugboat, which is kind of cool for us adults on how that works too. So that was really cool. This, a new program we're adding, like they talked about the grab and go market, they're actually going to have nutritional classes up there too for kids on healthy eating. So that's just a mural. And then we did do an economic study on the museum. This was, I think we did it in 2018, but once the expansion is complete, the economic impact is 61,000, just with who's coming into Everett and all the people that we're hiring to manage this new space. And again, there's the cab of the crane. The crane is pretty cool. If you drive by, you'll actually see it. I thought I had a picture in here of the crane itself, but maybe I don't. But it is up there. So that's really the end of the presentation. Any questions? Yeah.
When's it gonna hold?
June we're targeting June. It was March, but like everybody else, supply chain issues and you know, a lot of our materials have been delayed and that sort of thing.
So one thing that I did with my grandkids was I bought them a year pass. It's very good. I don't know if they're still gonna continue with the pass, but that is just awesome. You go anytime and get in and out.
It really is one of the best Christmas gifts to give a family. Yeah.
And I think the building was constructed with new technology. It was all like glulam building, no steel, so it's quite good.
Yeah, yes, it is all like LEED certified. It's the latest and greatest as far as environmentally sustainable. I can't remember the name of the timber, but it's like that cross timber.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool. Cross laminated timber.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where did the money for the expansion come from?
So from donors. So this expansion is a $25 million capital project, and we're just about 80% there, 5 million to go. So if you know anybody who would be interested in donating or investing in this project, we need to raise that last 5 million.
So who are the big donors, Boeing and?
Well, actually, the big donors were mostly individuals. There's a lot of corporate gifts, but individuals. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you look at the fundraising pyramid, but at the top of the pyramid, the 2 million and 1 million gifts were from families. Actually.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, but this museum has been well loved and really well established in Everett for so long. There are families that just really believe in.
I remember when it was at its old place there in Colby.
Yeah.
Very small space.
Yeah, me too.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Do you have a flyer or something that you can send me that talks about the programs that I can put up on our website or on our Facebook page?
Sure.
Because I don't have kids, but I didn't know all the great stuff that this museum does. So my guess is there's other people out there that don't.
Yeah.
So if you could email that to me, I'll get it up.
Yeah. I'll have Chris give you your email. Oh, I think I have it actually.
Yeah, I will, and I took notes, but I don't want to be incorrect, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have some media stuff that we can send you.
Wonderful.
And then I was gonna send these slides too. I have more that I can probably share. I was just gonna I'll send the video links just because it made the file too large to email.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Is there event space in there? I see.
Yeah, so,
Event?
yeah, exactly. There is an entire event space upstairs on the top floor, and it's like a convertible space. So when there aren't events, we can use that for classrooms, and then you can open it up and put tables and stuff and actually have like an auction.
What's the capacity?
300, 400 something. It's big.
Oh, it's big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, let's think of something.
Yeah.
Like we gotta go over there.
Yeah, yeah. And one of the things we had talked about, Chris and I had talked about bringing you all on a tour but between COVID and the fact that the construction was delayed, I just wanted to bring it to you first. We can still organize some tours, especially for people that want to check out that sort of thing. There will be a big event this summer. Usually we do a women's breakfast. I don't know if you've ever been to the women's breakfast. We usually do a fundraiser in the spring. It's the women's fundraising breakfast, and then the men do one in the fall, and like we battle to see who can raise more money. Yeah, and it's a fun event. Yeah, maybe Lance has been to it. I think he just, yeah. But because of the building timing being open, we're going to kind of split the difference and probably do it in August, but it'll be a very large event. And of course, y'all can come to that and actually see it for yourself. But if there are tours that, you know, if somebody really wants to tour in its current state now, we can do some smaller tours. It's just, there's just a lot of restrictions and we don't want to get in the way of the construction.
Are you guys selling bricks or wall things,
Yes.
like donor?
Yeah, I have all that information I can send out as far as like the donor levels and stuff. And if you get put on a wall, and yes.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting to some of our local families.
Yeah, I can certainly send that out. Very cool. Yeah. Okay. We're at 8:29.
8:29, I'm looking up there to bring the bell.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Rachel.
Yeah.
So as a thank you, we do donate in your name to the Lake Stevens Education Foundation.
Oh, cool.
Which is super cool also. So thank you very much. Yeah. And okay, so if anyone's available, breakfast at the Buzz after the meeting. And have a good week. Don't forget Interact. Clean up tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in the high school parking lot.
Chris, horizontal, vertical jump?
Horizontal and vertical, actually. So high jump, triple jump, long jump.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
That should